Let's repurpose these as little mini greenhouses out in my garden. These are kitty litter containers that I've saved over a period of time, and I'm a big repurposer, so I like to reuse things, and I finally figured out what I want to use them for. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the ends off of them, and then I'm going to wash them out. What? And I'm just going to use this little X-Acto blade. Whoa! Woo! Good thing that wasn't my finger. Maybe this isn't a good tool to be using. How does it go back on? Okay, let's go find a different tool. This is clearly not a safe idea. So, 1 second. Okay, so there's one. It's not perfect, but that's okay because this is the part that'll be buried in the soil, so I'm not really worried about it being perfectly level. And this I'll just throw away. Okay, let's go ahead and wash them out. Okay, I'm gonna go throw these away and then we'll take everything up with us to the garden. First, check out this view today. Look at these clouds I got going on here. Isn't it so pretty? Okay, so this is my plan. Here are my basil plants. I'm going to put this in my garden. Obviously you can see like all my chickens are right here. That's my aviary. And what I'm wanting to do is plant this right next to them, and as it gets bigger and it grows tall enough that they can reach it through the fence, I'll just clearly share it with them. They can have that side and I'll have this side. My basil really thrived last year, and I mean, it has amazing benefits for us. It also has amazing benefits for chickens. It's really good for their immune systems. It's a good source of fiber, and it has antibacterial properties, and it also helps with insects. The flies and whatnot can get kind of overwhelming in a chicken coop. They poop everywhere. But I'm going to plant them out here early, so that's what these are for. So I will plant my basil, put these containers over it, bury it down a little bit, and then I'll actually probably put a little bit of hay around it because some of the the nights are still getting a little bit cold, but I want to make sure these don't blow away. So I'm going to dig it down a little bit. I may need to get a little bit more soil because this isn't that deep of an area. I have some fabric, some cloth fabric underneath here, weed barrier. But let's go ahead and get going. I'm gonna do 4, so I'm just gonna split each one of these cups into 2 sections. I'm using this old tomato clip to rip the fabric underneath because I forgot my Leatherman and I left the knife. I already put the knife that I used to cut these in the house, and I don't want to walk all the way back, so I'm just going to use this. I just need a tiny little hole, and that's fine. So, I'm not going to put the lids on because if we get any more rain, spring rain, I want it to go ahead and water it. It needs to have the airflow still. I can water it through there if we're not getting rain. I don't think I'm gonna put any hay in here. There was enough soil here. I was able to kind of pile it around these containers, so I'm not really worried about it getting too cold now. This will, I think, keep it warm enough throughout the nights, and then if we get some really warm days, I can always just take these off and re-put them on at night if I need to, or just leave them on until we're good for the nights here. But I think that'll be a really nice treat for my chickens this year, that they can just kind of feed themselves off of it, and it'll give them a little bit of shade here, and also they can just get all the benefits of the aroma. I love the smell of basil, and I harvested a lot for myself last year, and yeah, sure, I gave it some to my chickens, but it'll be so much easier just having it right here. And I may put another one in my herb bed that's separate. I mean, the chickens can only reach their heads so far through the fence, and I'll try to get a picture from last year so you can see how big my basil got. It really thrived in the environment here and in the soil that I have, and I just did 1, 2, 3, 4, and I spread them out like that. I can guarantee this whole entire thing will be all basil here in a few months, which is great. I like to pick it, and I give it fresh to some people. I use it fresh, and then I also dry it so I have it for the year in the off season, like all winter, so I still have our own basil that I can add to dishes in the kitchen. So that's pretty much it for the basil. I'm glad I found a way to reuse that. I don't think that chicken can get her head too far in there, I hope. She got out. Peaches let her out this morning, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to catch her later. But there is one way that you can repurpose some old containers and use them in the garden. I can probably save those again if I want to store them over the winter with my pots and garden stuff, and I could probably do this again next year with the same containers. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.